Hello, friends, and welcome to the weekly moon update. My name is Allison, the self-proclaimed priestess of Wonderland, and in these videos, we talk about the moon energy for the current week, as well as a little bit of astrology. And this week, we've got some big astrological shifts to talk about this week. I hope that you enjoyed the Follow the Moon challenge where we had daily videos, but I hope that you're excited to jump back into the weekly moon update. So let's just jump into it. So we had our first quarter moon coming up on Monday because we had our new moon in Pisces last week. If you remember from the Follow the Moon challenge, we are having very unique moon cycles this year. So immediately after the new moon in Pisces, the sun moved into Aries, officially kicking us off into spring and Aries sun season. So normally we have an Aries new moon with when the sun moves into Aries and when we have the spring equinox. But this year we have totally different moon cycles, which is making for really interesting energy. And combined with the energy that we have with Sun conjuncting Saturn on Wednesday and Venus conjuncting Chiron on Thursday, and over the weekend, we had the Sun conjunct Neptune. There is very much this like dreamy Neptunian Piscean aspect to this moon cycle. Like normally the Pisces moon cycle and Pisces sun season is the last moon cycle of the winter. So we still have this very like sleepy, dreamy energy to the Pisces moon cycle, which kind of reinforces that like I always use it as this last moon cycle to hibernate. Like if I'm feeling lazy and I'm feeling like my body's not like quite yet ready to like jump into spring, I use the Pisces moon cycle to allow myself to still like sleep longer, rest more often, still eat heavier foods, and kind of still be a hibernating bear. And it's like I give myself this gift of laziness, if you will, so that I'm hopefully like replenishing and replenishing my energy and recharging my batteries. So, and I don't know, there's just such this relief to it that I really just find during I love Pisces season. Pisces is my rising sign, so I just love Pisces season in general. But there's always been this relief to it where it's just like, okay, we can still relax. It's not yet spring, because you can kind of feel your body awakening to spring. You're seeing nature starting to bloom and blossom outside during Pisces season, but it's still not yet time to like go. And then the sun moves into Aries, the moon moves into Aries. We have our Aries moon cycle, and that it's like all this Aries energy all at once. And like we're ready for that. We're ready for like the gun to go off at the beginning of the race because we've used the winter season and that last winter moon cycle of Pisces to rest and relax and rejuvenate and to really like let your dreams germinate and cultivate. And then we jump into Aries and it's like it's go time and here we go. But we're here at the spring equinox, and there is this very big burst of energy, especially with Saturn and Neptune, who have just only recently moved into Aries last year and have been dipping back into Pisces. But this is like really when, like, they're not going to go back into Pisces again. We had it go back and forth for a while, but Neptune and Saturn are in Aries to stay until they move into Taurus. But because we're still in the Pisces moon cycle, there is still this like underlying dreamy, watery aspect to spring. It's not like the gun going off at the finish line or at the starting line like it usually is. It's like, and it's not a slow and steady start to the race like Taurus energy shows us. It's still like this jumping off point and this like go point, but it's not like Speedy Gonzalez like burning down the road. There's not this quickness to it like there usually is. Like the quickening, like spring is the quickening. It doesn't feel very quick because we still have this kind of like hazy, dreamy, cloudy, if you will. In some cases, I think it is very cloudy and we're seeking more clarity when we're in Pisces energy. But so there's still this like haziness too. Like we've woken up from our hibernation, but like we still need to like rub our eyes and like yawn and stretch and get ready for the race. So I don't know. There's just this really interesting energy to this, especially with I mean this is go time. This is for Saturn and for Neptune, this is like the official, like, yes, they moved into Aries last year, but this is like for real this time. This isn't the test run. This is like the real deal. We're going to be in Aries. Neptune's going to be in Aries for a while. It feels kind of fresh. Like it feels fresh and new, but there doesn't seem to be this like urgency to it. I don't know if normally spring just has this like burst and like giving birth to something, but this just feels like I don't know, just like the doors opening and we're moving through. It's not a like like a jump. We don't need a jump start for this because I guess because it's like in the wintertime when you go out and like warm your car up before you leave for work in the morning. It's like the Neptunian and Saturn engine has been running in Aries for a while, and now it's just like ready to take off at a leisurely pace and not a like, oh, let's hurry up and get that engine going really fast so that the heat warms up. It's like the engine's already been going. Like we've already been warmed up for this. Like we're ready to go. With those things being said, like this happened over the weekend. Neptune and the sun kind of got together for their little meeting. Now the sun and Saturn are getting together for their little meeting, and then Venus and Chiron are going to meet up. I don't know why. I mean, Venus is in Aries, Chiron is in Aries. I don't know why Chiron hasn't been having a little meeting with Saturn and Neptune or the sun. Maybe it did and I missed it. Maybe I missed out. Maybe I didn't get that memo. I didn't get that memo for the meeting. The sun and Chiron meeting. I guess there's kind of like this confidence to it. It's like we already know what to expect a little bit with the Neptune in Aries and Saturn in Aries, and we've had the sun in Aries every year at this time. So like I don't know, there's this confidence of like we're just walking through the door, like we own the place. It's not like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. So anyways, let's go back to the moon because that's what I feel confident about. So let's walk through those doors confidently. So we're starting off Monday with the first quarter moon, like I said earlier. So the entirety of the week is a waxing gibbous moon, which means we're going to have our full moon next week in Libra, which that's a whole other layer that I know I've talked about a million times, especially during the follow the moon challenge, that this Pisces new moon is paired with a Libra full moon, which normally it's Pisces and Virgo. So I'm sure I will talk your ear off about that when we get there next week. But for now, we have our first quarter moon in Gemini. The first quarter moons is really when I start to feel my energy increasing. Even the waxing crescents are still kind of slow moving for me. And starting off the week with Gemini feels good to me. I prefer to start off the week with an earth sign or even a cardinal sign of some sort. Gemini is a mutable sign that transitions us from spring to summer. But Gemini's fun. Gemini's playful. Gemini, it's like, I don't know, there's not really much you can say bad about Gemini. So again, it is an air sign. On air days, I've discovered during the Follow the Moon challenge this year that Gemini days are a really good day for me to film because Gemini likes to talk. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. So Gemini likes to talk, and I've discovered that I need to schedule more filming days on Gemini days because I couldn't stop talking on Gemini moon days. So this transition is happening very early in the morning if you're watching this live when it premieres on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. So we'll be in Gemini energy all day Monday and all day Tuesday. It will transition. This is it's about a 12-hour transition from 6:36 p.m. Tuesday to 6:33. It's like almost exactly a 12-hour transition into Cancer on Wednesday morning. So we're starting off Wednesday morning with a Cancer moon. So that makes the middle of the week like your self-care days. Make sure you've got your lunch packed, your snacks packed, your smoothie made or whatever. Make sure that you get a lunch break on Cancer days. Just make sure that you are taking care of yourself. When the moon is in Cancer, this is your time to mother yourself. No, it's nobody's job to mother you, take care of you, make sure that you're happy, but you. So check in with yourself. If you're somebody that does everything for everybody else, check in and see how you're doing. Make sure that you're filling your cup before you're filling other people's cup. Especially because Venus conjunct Chiron, it can bring up emotional things. Like Venus in general, we're talking about relationships and how we feel about things, how you relate to other things, other people, other people and other things. And Chiron is our core wounds that come up over and over again and we have to deal with them. So Venus kind of having a little meeting with Chiron, it might bring up some emotional things. Make sure you got your chocolate and your tissues and whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. Make sure you've got that available in the middle of the week. So we'll be in Cancer all day Wednesday, all day Thursday. We're ending our week on Friday with Leo energy. So we're gonna have a fiery weekend. We're gonna be feeling the fire all week though, with like we're just like gonna have this underlying fiery energy until Neptune and Saturn move out of Aries. When the moon is moving into a fire sign, it adds more fire to the party. So the end of the week, starting at 10:10 a.m. Friday morning, the moon moves into Leo. And this is like a really fun like party kind of weekend. Hopefully, like we just passed the spring equinox. Hopefully it's warmer where you are, so you're gonna be able to like start hanging out outside more, maybe having a cookout or just, get going out in general and getting together with your friends. A Leo moon day is very good for that, especially a Leo Friday and Saturday. But then Virgo is going to come in late Sunday afternoon around 3:34 p.m. and going to help you get ready for the next week. So that means we'll be starting off next week with Virgo. I love that. The Virgo days are good days to sit down with your to-do list, your grocery list, your plans, your schedule, and just organize it, get things ready. This is also going to be a good weekend or a nice Sunday to get some of your spring cleaning done, clear out your closets, donate some items to Goodwill, and clear everything out. Open up the windows, air out the house, clear everything out. On Friday and Saturday, go through your closets and pick out your favorite outfits and get rid of everything that doesn't make you feel fabulous. Our card for this week is coming from the Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle, and we have the Star card. Spiritual rebirth. How perfect of a card for spring equinox, Saturn and Neptune conjunctions with the sun in Aries. A very good, like, refreshing, renewing kind of feeling. We just had our new moon. We're having our waxing gibbous moon this week, and it just has this. The Star card in the tarot is symbolizing like you've just overcome some like big transition in life, overcome some sort of obstacle, and you've gotten to the other side of it to the point where you have that perspective of like, I understand why we had to go through that. And it just like makes so much sense, and you're feeling so much relief, because when you're in the middle of these transformations and transitions, you can't see it. You're like, why doesn't this end? Why doesn't this suffering end? Why can't we get over this? Why can't we get to the end of this? Why can't we find a solution? But once you've already like crossed that bridge and gotten to the other side, you're able to look back and be like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Or you have the thing that you were like trying to obtain, no matter how difficult it was, and you're like feeling that relief of like, I'm glad I would have done twice that much just to get what I have now. So the Star is that coming to a realization once you've overcome something and realized how grateful you are for the thing that you have and what you had to overcome to get it. Hello, season of renewal. There is sunshine after the storm. You have been through it. Like those who came before you, you are more than a survivor. You're a thriver. Others are seeing your beauty inside and out. Being vulnerable can feel emotionally awkward, but allow your vulnerability to be a strength and a superpower. Come as you are. Step into the limelight. Be seen, be heard, be a movement. You are the star of your own show called life. You are blessed. This is a lush, beautiful, fertile season of transformation for you. You are nourishing the earth, and the earth is nourishing you. Trust your inner guidance as you are perfectly, divinely aligned. New ideas are flowing to you. Allow yourself to receive. The Star was inspired by the Chibados, the third gender people of Nadago and Matambo. These trans feminine people were revered as deeply intuitive with powerful magic. All things are possible, my child. You are in the flow. You have been chosen to dream bigger and expand your bloodline. Be generous and loving. Share the wealth. The declaration is, I am unapologetically me. So this couldn't be like a more perfect card for the spring equinox, for the sun moving into Aries, for Neptune in Aries, for Saturn in Aries, for Sun, Neptune, Saturn conjunction. There is this just like, that's so funny that's I couldn't get the words out at the beginning of this video that I was like, it's not just this like bursting forth through this spring equinox. It's like, I don't know. I just see like opening the doors and like strutting in a room. Normally, like we're pushing up through the mud and we have dirt and dust and grit all over our face. But like with Leo being in this week, and like I was saying, get rid of all the clothes that don't make you feel fabulous. There is this confidence to this Neptune and Aries. Neptune is going through a whole new cycle of the zodiac. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So both Saturn and Aries are going through this new dimension. I don't know why I want to say dimension, new cycle together. They're going through their journey through the whole entire zodiac again, starting with Aries and then ending with Pisces again. So I don't know, there is this like confidence that you have when you're like learning something new or you're excited to do something. And that's like the words that I was trying to get out at the beginning of this video was like, I just see like throwing open the doors and just like strutting in a room like you own the place. And I don't know, that's kind of what this card is saying. So perfect for a Leo moon day week, but even more perfect for a spring equinox, Sun in Aries, Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries meeting. Our crystal for this week is selenite, a crown chakra stone of peace, pure white light moon magic, and divine feminine power. This gypsum gem is a sweet and potent crystal that purifies and clears spaces, raises vibrations. Selenite promotes clarity, joy, beauty, and higher realm connection. The affirmation is, I am a being of light, and my natural state is pure peace. This is also like, if you don't have a piece of selenite, please get some selenite. I have 50 million pieces of selenite because I do not go anywhere without a piece of selenite, at least one piece with me. I usually have 2 pieces so that I can hold one in each hand. And talking about spring cleaning, really good for cleansing spaces, cleansing and clearing your aura. But after I do spring cleaning, like I walk through the house with incense and selenite and like am cleansing and clearing the space because it brings in the white light. So after you've like cleared all of the negative energy out of your space, you want to fill it back up with positive energy. Otherwise, anything's just going to come back in those windows that you threw open. So make sure that you are filling your space up with positive light, positive energy, happiness, and joy. I like to walk through every room and just imagine positive things happening in there. After I clean my kitchen, I stand there in the center for a few minutes and just envision like cooking really healthy meals, like having fun with friends and nice conversations, and always envisioning like all of the shelves in the pantry stocked with food so that I never go hungry. So we're filling up our spaces with positive light, and that's a really important thing to remember when we cleanse our space, to fill it back up with white light. And selenite does bring in that pure white light. And our chakra card is honesty. Be conscious of the words that you speak and ask yourself, do these words resonate with my highest truth? Honesty with yourself and others is a supreme form of respect. When you express yourself authentically, you come into divine flow. Ask yourself, who needs your truth and your honesty right now? Allow for the possibility that, in fact, you are the one who most needs to hear words in this moment. So this is a throat chakra stone. The crystal they recommend is Amazonite, and the herb is blackberry. Amazonite is also a very yes, it's a throat chakra stone, but I see it as a solar plexus chakra stone also, which kind of goes along with the theme of the star and having the Leo moon this week, because it gives you the confidence to say the things that you need to say and the confidence to be honest and truthful. So I really do. It's a very empowering stone. So I look at it as both throat and solar plexus as well. So I hope that you're excited to have the weekly moon updates back. I know that I really missed pulling the cards for the week, and I just miss seeing everybody on Sunday. So I hope that you guys have a good week, a good first quarter week, a nice Aries conjunction party week, and after spring, we're in spring, we're getting moving, but we are like moving in a very confident way. It doesn't, the speed of it doesn't really matter, it seems. As long as you're moving confidently towards something, then that's how we should be doing it. Of course, Taurus is going to come in next season and remind us to slow down. So if you want to go fast, go fast. But if you want to go slow, if you want to just strut your stuff, then strut through this week like you know what you're doing. Thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see you on the other side of the looking glass again sometime soon.